Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
and finding Ariana, Brock, and Michelle,
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or in this episode, we're gonna go with Gabby Union and Dwayne Wade. They done had that baby.
Oh, congratulations!
I know it was a few days ago, but they done had that baby. They've been one for a long time, and I'm so happy for them. So they've been married since 2013, and remember they were together for a while. They broke up. D Wade then had a breakup baby. They still came together.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know, Gabby had her book, I'ma Need More Wine. And she talked about like the difficulty of like being in a committed relationship and marrying when everyone's super, super successful. Like, you know, it was a whole thing. She talked about her and Dwayne's trials and tribulations with trying to conceive and have a baby. Like, you ever just seen something, you're like, I'm so happy for the win.
Yeah, absolutely.
I seen that and I was like, I'm so happy for the win. Meanwhile, in Ranch, you hating ass niggas talking about because she had the baby via surrogate. They said she done pulled her hair back and got in the robe like she done push. I said, hey, sis can do whatever she needs to do. First of all, for you uneducated niggas, I'm sure she was just having skin to skin time with the baby. But you know, ain't nobody got time to explain to y'all. Y'all niggas was hung up on that. I said she probably like had her shirt off so she could like have skin to skin contact with the baby and some bonding time. You niggas, because no one bonded with you skin to skin.
Oh, hating ass niggas.
But I am happy. It just felt like a win. I'm very, very happy for them.
That's what's up.
Anyway, who is you?
I'm Niram.
And I'm Niram.
And this is episode 195, y'all.
We are 5 away from 200. Look at God.
Ooh. Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K. What's going on? I haven't seen you in about 3 weeks.
I know, y'all.
Like in real life.
Exactly. So I'm happy that I'm here with Niram. I'm sure in our updates y'all see that we're happy to be back together. And it's happy to connect with y'all too, right? I know we didn't put out our last Friday episode because we was having so much trouble with Skype and the sound quality wasn't there. So our apologies. But everyone been asked, like, y'all ready to be back? We ready to be back? Hell yeah. I'm so happy to be back in my house. I'm so happy to be back in just my bathroom. I'm just so happy just to be back in the hood of Silicon Valley. I'm just happy to be back. And I'm not going nowhere for a while. Like when I visit Detroit, I have family members like, dang, you in and out. Meanwhile, I was there for a week. but you know, they was like, oh, when you coming back? When you come back? I said spring of 2019. Spring
2020.
The earliest you're going to see me is in March. It's going to be March, April, May is when the weather change. And I think they just starting to get snow. Look, when the tulips bloom. But thank y'all for hanging in there with that. We really just appreciate that. And actually, I don't have many updates. Like, I know we haven't talked in a while, but not much has changed, right? I'm just trying to stay blessed and highly favored, right? So y'all know my manager's going to be gone for a few weeks. I got this promo. Thank you, Jesus. Total praise. Cute total praise. No, just So I'm just trying to rethink a little bit of my strategy while she's gone, right? So, you know, my original goal was to get this promo in about a year, 18 months. So that's kind of pushed up the ante a little bit sooner than I would want it to be, right?
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, colonizers going to be colonizers, white gone white. And as much as they going to be like, oh, well, of course, we know you just got a promo. But, you know, we do shit every 6 months. So I'm already, 3 months out to my next review.
Right.
So I need to show and prove something for there. And just thinking about that. Because, you know, they'll be crafty and give you a promo, then give you a low rating. In the way that never mind. I was gonna say the way that my that was not self-esteem. What is it? My diet set up and what's it called when you be eating?
Oh, the way obesity set up.
The way obesity. What's it called when you just be eating?
Emotional
eating set up. I don't have time for that, so I need to set myself up for success. But other stuff, I just want to say shout out to the vets.
Yeah, shout out to y'all.
So happy Veterans Days for all those who have served, serving now, thinking about serving. Because honey, I can't. Thank you. Blessings to you. I think Niram and I, we went to church today, and I think the pastor did it well. He's probably one of the few churches I think did the prayer for vets really well. He break it down for us. He's like, we're gonna pray for them. All right, but we're gonna pray for mental illness. Like he broke down every section of it.
Right.
And he had us praying for them. So just shout out to all the vets. We appreciate you. We know we would not have some of these freedoms we had if it's not for you making the ultimate. A lot of folks making the ultimate sacrifice, especially the vets of color. Y'all the real ones.
Yeah, y'all going over there fighting that white man's war.
Right? You know what I'm saying? But not only doing that, and I'm sure they're fighting it for us, right? Like that takes a level of humility that I don't have, right? So I've always, props to them. Props to all the vets, especially vets of color. My vote is always, whenever something voting about the bills with vets, I'd be like, give it to them. You know, well, I think I just said my stance. It should be something when you sign up for the army, right, or the military, whatever. If you sign up for defending this country in war, if the outcome is you could die, like things like houses and groceries and education and
Everything
healthcare,
should be paid for, right?
That should be taken. Like that's the agreement. I don't understand why that's not the agreement, right? If you're willing to say, I'm going to go fight this war, right, for the civil liberties of this country, with that contract, it should say not even you and your nuclear family should be taken care of.
Yeah.
I don't under.
And why the fuck it takes so long somebody get service at the VA?
Come on, with the fucking not even the VA, right? I remember working in higher ed, and it used to be like pulling teeth to talk to those folks to be like, this person is a vet. I don't know the GI Bill back and forth, but I'm pretty fucking sure they shouldn't be paying tuition.
Right.
I don't know much about a lot, but I know one thing is they shouldn't be paying fucking tuition. They fee bill should be under $1,000, right? And that should just be the little bullshit ass fees they charging us.
Right.
Honestly, they should be able to get that shit waived too. But okay, we know for taxes.
Right.
So, you know, that's always been Nyambi's stand. Let me know if it's a petition any vets need me to sign in support of that. And that's black, white, green, purple, orange, straight, gay. It don't matter. Once you sign up to be in the army, the war, oh, that's a different level to me. That's when I become white. That's when I become colorblind.
Stupid.
Look, I become a privileged white man. We are colorblind. Because it's something about that war, right? And also, as we're just sending good energy to folks too, send good energy out to all these folks in California with these forest fires, honey. Am I saying this? Y'all.
Wildfires? Yeah.
Y'all, it made me and Niram scared.
Sure did.
We closed up all our windows. I was getting off work and it looked like, first of all, I'm so naive and I'm slow, right? I ain't the brightest Crayola in the box. I went out to work that Friday morning and I'm thinking my lazy ass just forgot to clean my glasses. You know when you get up to and your smudges on your glasses? I said, God, my glasses is filthy when I get into work. Then you be like, who barbecuing? Who got the open pit? I said, what is all this smoke? Who barbecuing the open pit this morning? It's 7 in the morning.
It smelled like mesquite.
I'm like, mesquite. I said, they throwing something about. I thought my dads and uncles done came out. Because, you know, they believe in barbecuing at 7 in the morning. So I was like, I got to work. You know, folks chit-chatting. I'm just drinking my matcha tea. And they was like, yeah, the forest fires. And I said, ain't the forest fires in L.A.? LA like 8 hours from us, y'all. Anywhere between 5 and 8 hours. So my slow, again, not the brightest crayon in the box. They was like, yeah. I said, well, how the hell I see it in Silicon Valley? y'all know that smoke come here. It done traveled. I was just Tam and Dan came and visited us today. I said, child, I got worried. What if the fire get to us? And Dan was like, they got to go over the mountains and they got to go over the bay. I said, but what if it's the end of times, honey? What if it's the revelations? Because the way that sun went down on Friday. I said, oh, he's coming. It was
like a fiery sun.
Oh, he's coming back. Oh, he's coming back.
But there's also a forest fire like up north too.
Oh, it's some both
So
ends.
it's 2 of them. So it's one like 2 hours away from us.
Oh, okay. Oh, what?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I knew. Everybody's like, oh, it's the fire. I said, I don't know if the smoke travel that quick. And it just dissipates, right? You know, It just felt strong. It felt strong to the point where me and Niram, we went out for drinks on Friday, the happy hour. And like, and Saturday morning, we went to like brunch. And I'm like, oh, I'm not sitting outside. Like, you know how I knew it was bad?
What?
Because the Asians had on them masks. You know, I be watching what the Asians be doing, honey, because they done been through some shit over there. And so they start going buying their little masks. I said, oh, let me put me a little do-rag on. It was just a lot. It was scary. Like, I could feel it in my lungs.
Yeah, you can.
And the way lung cancer set up, you better quit playing with me. Trying to kill me. But it, like, just thoughts to everyone, right? You know, people are losing their fucking home, though.
People are losing lives and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. People dying. We can replace houses and all. Fuck that, right? But people are dying. I think like 11 or 12 people died. Like, people are dying. So y'all got to get out. Lay them. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to leave granny pictures. And, you know, that's why I told Niram, you want to be a diamonds. Leave that shit where it's at.
See, here, go right here. So look at the map.
That ain't that far.
So Sacramento is here. So we're about, what, hour and a half from Sacramento.
Yeah. All right, Niram, you about to triangulate us.
I'm just saying.
What?
And then there it is.
There's one.
Paradise.
Where's the other one?
It's in Paradise. And then the other one here.
It looked like the whole Los Angeles
LA.
on fire.
The LA area.
Child, we smelling it though.
And so you getting the fire from Paradise.
Oh,
that's what it's called.
But it made Friday. I felt slow. I said, "Oh, my glass is dirty. When I get to work, I'm gonna wash them."
But that's the thing. Like, you can really feel it. Like, I was out there like, hey, babe, we need to get back in this house because
I started coughing. I said,
that smoke that came on down.
Look, and then Niram got me watching these documentaries on fragrance.
No, you watched that.
I don't know what the hell, y'all. I don't watch this documentary on, I don't even know what it's called, but it's about fragrance, period, and how companies and corporations can hide behind the ingredient called fragrance and put anything they want in it. They don't have to leave to us what it is, right? And they ain't just putting lavender essential oil in it, honey.
No.
They putting formaldehyde, rat poison, all types of stuff. So it'd be like, say if you get an air quote natural product, it can be like, oh, I don't know, alcohol, lavender, tea tree oil fragrance. But that fragrance can have up to, 100 or something ingredients tied to it alone. And what they've been saying is that fragrance, or the ingredients in air quote fragrance, has been highly linked to cancer for like decades and decades. And what folks are saying is before it wasn't as bad, right? Like maybe 20 years ago, because it wasn't so much of it, right? But now we're getting it through cleaners, perfume you put on, hygiene products, clothes. That's the new thing that's been on. Like, I guess they're spraying the clothes, I'm assuming, because of some type of bugs or insects are in the factory, right? And it's a repellent, and also with flame retardants, right? So they were talking about how it's tied to the tobacco industry, because they was getting so much pushback because folks were falling asleep with cigarettes in their mouth, stuff getting on fire, and they tried to create a flame retardant cigarette, but it tastes different. So instead of doing that, they invested in other corporations for creating flame retardant things within the house that won't catch on fire, right? So us by just touching and rubbing stuff, it's so much chemicals, right, that we're coming in contact with, that our, risk for all these cancers are like skyrocketing. And not just for us, they're talking about the babies in utero. So through mama, right, the baby getting it before they even a day old, they exposed to all this, right? And thinking back to when we were born, we weren't exposed to all this because it wasn't around. But now the baby, we had children, Lord, and I'm like, Lord. And then when I'm going around the house looking at what?
All the bottles.
I said, this got fragrance in it.
Damn it, Niram, we're going to have to go to seventh generation?
Seventh generation vinegary ass. Because, of course, that CEO, there, I'm talking about my progress, have no fragrance. I said, yeah, it smells like vinegar and orange peel.
I told Nyambi. And then she going to say, what you think about that, Niram? I said, well, now my prayer's been answered, because me and Nyambi fell out a long time ago, maybe about 2 years ago, because Nyambi is all about smells and scents and all this other shit, and it really it bothers me.
Yes,
like I be up in here coughing and all types of other shit, and then she gonna look at me like, you need to just toughen up, nigga. You from Detroit.
I had to tell him to toughen up, cupcake, because I do like a good light.
You can dodge bullets and survive bullets,
but you can't survive a Febreze plug-in.
Febreze and Lysol, nigga, you saw. What? Now she done watch this damn documentary
and got this smoke, so that's pollutants right getting in my lungs.
Now she over here talking about, oh, I guess you were right.
I'm a woman of my word, and I can change my mind. So we're gonna go on that journey too. We're not doing it all at once, but it's gonna be a thing. Like, as we get rid of the products we have, we just won't replace them with like fragrance. Well, as best we can, right? It's fragrance and everything, so as best we can, we're gonna just try to do a little bit better. Look, talking online, we're doing a little bit better. Wait, before we get to that, I was gonna talk about something else, because y'all know I'm about this weight journey too. I'm ready for Michelle Obama book to come out. She telling the damn truth and shaming the devil everywhere. She told Donald Trump to kick her ass, basically. And then she ain't forgiving him for the bullshit. I know she been waiting years to say that. Yeah, she been practicing that in the mirror for when she was gonna say that. I wonder what Obama said, what Barack said after she said it. You think he was sniggling, giggling?
Yes.
I want to know. No, I want to know who was the girlfriend she was with that when she came up with the line that she was like, that I want to be the girl like, sis, tell me how you gonna say it. Yeah, bitch, yeah, he go hate, like, I'm here for her. I'm here for her talking transparently about her trouble conceiving, right? I'm so glad this is a conversation that we're having. I know a few months back I was talking about, just Black women and fertility and motherhood and birth and, just talking about our bodies as a whole, as women, is something I don't think we do enough as Black women. I don't think, and the thing is, I think that Black sisterhood is super powerful, but we have to break down some barriers or some preconceived notions, or y'all know I watch Big Mouth on Netflix, The Shame Monster, whatever it is, and we have to talk more about how our bodies work and don't work, because miscarriage is so real, y'all, and just infertility is real and endometriosis is real.
Right.
And it's a lot of people suffering out there, and they shouldn't have to do that alone. So I was just so happy to see Michelle Obama do that. And then also, she just got a different swag about her?
Well, yeah, she ain't got to be in a fishbowl no more.
I guess it shifted from she's no longer Mrs. Obama, she's no longer the first lady. Now she Michelle.
Right, she's Shelley.
Like, I didn't realize somebody was interviewing, and they was like, Mrs. Obama. She's like, call me Michelle. I said, come on, sis. She said, no more first lady, right? Call me Michelle. So she just brought me some Black woman joy. So actually, I haven't ordered her book, Lord. I don't think it's gonna sell out. I haven't debated. I'm debating actually the day it come out Tuesday just to go to the store and buy it.
Gotcha.
And get a hard copy. And if it's sold out, just go ahead and get it on Amazon. But I definitely plan on reading it, and I'm gonna do it. And I don't know, just seeing Michelle Obama just gave me this spurt of Black girl joy. Like, I feel like sometimes when it's certain women, Black elders, when they talk, I turn into a 14-year-old girl. And she one of them.
Yeah. Like,
whenever she speak, I'm like, oh my God. Like, I don't know. I just start fanning out. And she just make me want to get my shit together and oil my scalp and, wear a bad doobie wrap and just get my shit together. Right. Lastly, y'all, do y'all know, well, Niram, are we doing this? We're going on a whole 30 challenge. I made it like it was a big deal.
Right.
They gonna be like, boo, niggas. I'm doing this whole 30 challenge. Because I've been going back and forth, like, with my lifestyle and eating. And, like, I've consistently, like, the thing is I haven't gained any more weight. Like, I've stayed consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I'm to the point where I'm not gaining any more weight, right? Because at first I was like, oh, bitch, am I just going to keep getting up and up? Like, is it just not going to stop? Like a scale. But I think my body has finally hit a homeostasis. And so now I'm trying to kick it into gear because I'm at the point where I'm having like a lot of cravings. I'm just eating bad, right? I was telling you how my skin isn't as best as it is. My energy ain't necessarily where it wanted to be. And so I've been looking around. I think I'm going to do this whole 30. So it's basically a reset for 30 days. And I'm trying to do the whole 30 and just see how. Actually, I'm not trying to do a whole 30. I'm just trying to see how long I can do it. Mm-hmm. Okay. What was this, paleo you did this with or vegan? Where you're like, I don't have a deadline. I'm just going to do it till I want a piece of chicken.
Both.
I think it was vegan. You're like, I'm going to just do it till I want another piece of chicken.
Right.
And so that's the journey I'm going to go on. You're more articulate when it comes to the healthy lifestyle stuff. Do you want to talk about what the whole 30 is? You're better at it than I am. You will say the right words.
So the whole 30 is think paleo, but a little bit more stricter.
What the fuck is paleo? Explain niggas what paleo is.
So paleo is the caveman diet. What they said.
Still using white words.
No, let me finish.
Go ahead. Oh,
let me finish.
Niram, it's been a while since you've seen me.
Let me finish.
Finish, baby. Finish.
This is what the white folks said that caveman used to eat back in the day. So pretty much, as a few people like to call it, meat and vegetables.
Yeah.
Meat and lettuce. So no.
Shut up. You're not making it sound fun. It is.
So no grains, no sugar, no refined sugar, no legumes, so no beans.
Y'all know we love the bean. And it's bean season.
So pretty much no bread, no beans. No refined sugar, no dairy, and I think it's something else.
It's a probably few, but it's about like not processed food. You're supposed to get the highest quality meat you can, right? Mm-hmm. So no GMO meat, and it's not even really picky over like lean meat or anything like that. But like long as it's just meat and it's like grass fed. So I'm just trying to do that to just kind of jolt my body.
Yeah.
And
just
basically, jolt my body, right?
And basically,
better living. One
of the things they say is like by not eating carbs. So it's pretty much what it is a low to no carb diet. Yeah. It puts your body into ketosis. Yeah. Which is supposed to help like burn fat versus like burning carbs for energy.
Yeah. And I'm doing it. Of course, I want to lose weight too. I think that's the big goal. Mm-hmm. But also it's other shit. Like I've been craving shit unnecessarily. Mm-hmm. Like I've been craving and eating like hot Cheetos or like everything has to be doused in hot sauce, right? So I'm assuming it's like that salt. Right, and if it's sweet, it gotta be super, super sweet. Right, I used to didn't be a sweet. I used to be a savory. Now I'm a everything. Right, like something gotta. Like I used to be a savory. I would say you a sweet.
I am a sweet.
Right, but meaning which one you crave? I crave it all. Right, I just need to just get it back. Like it used to be a time where I'm like, oh no, I really don't want that, or I'm good. Right, but now I was like, oh shit. You see, I feel like I see a piece of meat or some chips start sweating. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, just give me a bite of it, right? So I'm doing that. And what we going to do, we're going to keep y'all up to date on that, though. Yeah. So we're going to give you today. So I'm going to try to start Monday. Monday's going to be a soft launch.
Okay.
So by the time y'all hearing this, hopefully we're doing it. But we got to go grocery shopping. So we got to do some meal prepping. So for at least for the first week or two, I want to be a little firm, right? And know exactly what I'm eating, when I'm eating. I don't want no room for creative freedom. So we'll keep y'all up to date to let you know how it going, or if it don't go well too. You know, y'all fam. So if it ain't working, I done brought down and ate fried chicken and some beans. I done did it. I'll let y'all know. Ain't no need to lie.
Right. Well, you're going to fry that chicken and instead of you're going to use almond meal,
nut oil, and then fried in peanut oil. It's ways.
You got to put that shit in almond meal and fried it.
Oh, the way obesity set up. Well, there's a will. There's a calorie. Well, there's a will. There's a calorie rating on that ass. The last thing I want to do, and maybe Niram, you can help me a little bit with this check-in. So Niram actually went to the house of the Lord with me, without me begging. Because I was actually tired, because y'all know I ain't seen him for a long time, so I was trying to hold his hand and be like, oh, I want to stay here with you. He was like, no, you get your energy from going in the house of the Lord, going in there. I was like, oh, but I want to see you, blah, blah, blah. He said, I go with you. I said, Lord, I hear you speaking. Let me get up and get dressed.
It was not like that.
It wasn't that easy. In my head, it was.
You making it like it was that easy. Like, yeah, baby, we're going to go to church. No, it was like, Nero.
Shut up.
No.
Nobody sound like the Crypt Keeper.
No church today. I said, no, nigga, you taking your ass to church.
Get saved, honey. I got to get this every week. I got to get a re-up every week.
You know, you say the word energize you, but I just want to lay here with you.
Yeah.
Nah, nigga, get up.
And then what spoke to you? Did the Lord speak to the Father, Son, and the Holy Ghost speak to you and tell you to get me up?
Yes.
What he sound like, Niram? You know, whenever people like, yeah, what he sound like?
Niram ass need to go to church.
That's what he said. He said, get her in that house of the Lord. She gonna need it, honey.
Get her ass in that church.
But what was interesting was the sermon. Well, I think I was telling y'all last week, you know, our pastor like to do series. So we're on this 3-part series of marriage, and we're on part 2. And Niram came. So I don't know. I just wanted to unpack that a little bit. And maybe, Niram, you can give your 2 cents too. I'll be quick, though, because Niram say I always drag out my check-in. It's been a long time. I miss the family. So, you know, some of his notes was that, you know, marriage should be like a mirror to kind of God's grace and mercy into the word. First of all, what he reiterate, he summarized from last week. I like how he do that. He was like, you know, if you're single, you still check in, don't check out, right? You should be preparing what your marriage is. You should be preparing your thoughts for what you think your marriage is now before you even have someone. And that idea of living within the tension when you're single, right? So, you know, not overarching or over rotating on being married, right? Your identity shouldn't be tied into marriage or waiting for somebody to be married. And at the flip side, right, it's not something to just be, I give or take it, right? So it's really about living in this tension in both worlds. And also he talked about that covenant with the kids too, right? He said, remember who you made the covenant to. You're true. He said, I know a lot of y'all ain't like that. But I'm just bringing it back to say who you made a promise before God. I ain't telling you not to take care of your kids and go above and beyond. But whatever you're willing to do for your kids, you should be able to do that plus more for your partner. So I thought that was really good too. But again, he just was talking how your marriage should really be a mirror to kind of God's love and grace within the world. And something that he talked about is something that I always knew, but I think it really hit home to me that he really talked on how forgiveness is key. Right? Like how to really make a marriage work, you have to be so comfortable and fluid with forgiveness, right? So he talked about how marriage is really a grace-based covenant and not a performance-based contract. When he said that, I wanted to throw my purse on the stage. I don't know if y'all heard that. He said marriage is a grace-based covenant and not a performance-based contract, right? So with a performance-based contract, I said you would do, like the vows, right? In my vows, I say you do this. In yours, you say you do this. If you ain't living it up, we breaking this bitch. Right. And then in a contract, sometimes I owe you some money, and sometimes you owe me money, and sometimes we don't owe nothing, we go our separate ways. Right? But a grace-based covenant, come on, right? It's the idea that if you know, God, grand architect, whatever, you know, you all believe in as a couple, right? It should be the cornerstone of your relationship. And if God can forgive you day in and day out and day in and day out, who are you not to provide forgiveness and grace and mercy for your partner? And if you're not willing to do that, what does that then say about your partnership? Is it, what you think about that, Niram?
You know, I think that's something, like, even just making it into, like, layman's terms, like, right?
Nigga, that wasn't layman's terms.
Hey, I'm just saying, taking all the religious stuff out of there.
Take it out then.
Like, just being like, hell, like, forgiveness, nigga. If you can't forgive on a regular basis.
Yeah. You in the wrong thing. Marriage ain't for you.
Marriage ain't for you.
Yeah. Right.
And it's like, and I get it, right?
Yeah.
Like, just taking all that shit out of it, like, The dude was like, if the higher being can forgive your ass day in and day out, all the little punk ass sins you got. Like, why you can't forgive your spouse if they ask for that?
Right? Because if you with your grand architect, right, marriage is supposed to be a display of God's love, right? Mm-hmm. Oh my! Like the way he broke it down, I was like, he said something to that. But that forgiveness, I've never had an older couple break it down to me like that. Mm-hmm. To say you have to understand what forgiveness means, and you have to be willing to do that, and giving your partner grace, mercy, and forgiveness daily. Mm-hmm. And what I was telling Niram is, I don't know if someone would have broke it down to me. I'm like, oh, yeah, sign me up for that. Sign me up for that covenant. Sign me up for that grace-based covenant. I want a performance-based contract. It's two different things we need to sign. I want the performance-based contract, right? But that grace-based covenant, that's what... When folks ask me what love is, I'm like, it's a grace-based covenant.
Stupid.
What do you think people gonna say?
Oh, okay.
That's a different level of heaviness.
My mama, wow. Okay.
Our poor children. I'm like, well, you don't got with this person. Y'all gonna have a grace-based covenant? Y'all know what that means? So it was just something about having that as the cornerstone with your relationship. And if that's something you don't know how to do, not even from your partner, right? Just from your lived experience, how hard is that gonna be when you're in a relationship?
Right.
Right? Like, that's extremely hard.
Well, I just think, just growing up, especially being in a black neighborhood, like, ain't nobody told your ass about forgiveness and shit like that. And being like, well, if you want this shit for the long run, you're going to forgive their ass a lot of times.
A lot, over and over.
Right. No, I'm from the school of hold a nigga grudge. Yeah.
You said, what's it called?
Hold a nigga grudge forever. Hold a grudge,
even for the person you love.
Yeah.
Come on, families don't be talking. Look, living next door.
I'm still mad about this glass that I had for my first cruise that your ass done broken through away.
I asked Niram, I said, is there anything he hasn't forgiven me for? And this nigga talked about a glass we went on before we was babies. I said, nigga, bye. As many glasses I done bought in this house.
That was for my first cruise.
Give a damn where it's from.
It was to commemorate me being on that boat. Word? Commemorate. Commemorate.
Okay.
For my ass being on that boat and being nearly sick and shit.
You was sick.
You remember? I got seasick.
Yeah, because I told him to take a what's it called?
Bonine or whatever.
Yeah, Dramamine. And it made me sleepy. And he's like, I don't take it because it make you sleepy. I said, but I ain't sick. It's a difference. But anyway, he also talked about this idea of being, sameness versus oneness, right? To be, in a marriage is about oneness. But just because you're one does not mean you're the same person, right? That doesn't mean you have the same. That's all the same values and everything. Of course, the core foundationally is going to meet and connect, but that doesn't mean you have to be one of the same. I think what was the saying they used to call Tamar and Vince talking about they Velcro. Mm-hmm. They was the same, right? Right. It's okay to have oneness, but being the same, that's something, right? That not being able to call your partner on their shit, right? And navigating through that space. And he also talked about when you're in a relationship, you have to be willing to be comprehensively vulnerable with that person about everything, right? So physically, emotionally, spiritually, like you have to be comprehensively vulnerable in talking to each other to really unpack what that mean. And then he went on to talk about how relational discord happens when the humility of you is in control, like the human part of you, right? And that's something else too, right? That's what the old folks say, when the devil in you. When the humility working through you, because usually when the humility working through me, my face starts to burn, right? I literally feel the blood moving through my body when I be on that, aka that petty shit. That's the humility talking, right? Because if you was talking more from your spirit, right, your God mind, right, openness and things of that nature. So I think it's something important to know. What's the triggers for your humility, your humanity, I should say, and how do you know? Do you have a trigger when you're working from your humanity? And not from a place of like good God spirit.
Yeah.
What do it feel like?
Oh, it feel like a nigga about to go to war.
Oh my God.
War. What's that song? Bust a nigga head, slap a hoe, shoot the club. That's how I feel.
Oh my God. That's what your humanity sounds like.
Yes.
Oh, mine just feels a little feverish. Okay,
what's that 8-ball MJG? Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Bust a nigga head, slap a hoe, shoot the club.
That's the soundtrack that is going on in the back of your
Absolutely.
Head. Well, let me know when it's coming on. Let me know when you start here. Just slide it on the Post-it note. And then the last piece, and I'll hand on to Niram for his check-in, where the pastor ended on, I think he wanted to do a mic drop. He said, what y'all really got to just make sure to do is just make sure the devil's not more invested in your relationship than you are. Because the devil's invested, right? Because if a marriage is supposed to be, a mirror of God's love and what he can do and how he can, it's the human form of showing God's grace, mercy, and forgiveness continually, right? The devil wants to destroy that. The enemy wants that destroyed. The enemy wants to show the public, like we said before, well, if 1 and 2 crash and burn, why are you getting on it?
Right.
It's bad. Let me show you how bad it can be, right? And knowing that distractions take place and form more than just adultery, right? He says more than just adultery. It's more. He talked about having this over rotation on focusing on career, over rotation on focusing on kids, right? Over rotation on focusing on your other family, right? Mm-hmm. So when you're married, right, it's great to look at your parents and your brothers and sisters, right? But it has to be a very fine balance of what that looks like. So I don't know. I thought it was just a good sermon. I'm interested to see what this part 3. I'm actually going. I know Niram only supposed to go once and one, but I want him to go to the last one so we can close out the 3-part series so we can talk about it together. Because I don't know what he's going to talk about next.
Me either.
So I'm curious. You got any other thoughts on that, Niram? And then you can go on your check-in or don't.
I thought that was an interesting sermon or whatever.
Yeah.
It just really made me think, like, all right, well, who taught me about this forgiveness?
Who taught you about forgiveness
Nobody.
in marriage? Yeah.
Just forgiveness in relationships, period.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah.
I'm from the east side of Detroit. We don't forgive a goddamn thing. We all about street justice. So,
come on.
Hell, in relationships.
1 and 2.
Right.
What was Blackish? 53%.
So, just thinking about that and being like, hey,
and grace and mercy, right?
As a nigga grow, right, you got to be thinking about this shit and being like, well, I got to turn away from this hood shit.
Yeah.
Because this hood shit get your ass all caught up.
In everything.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
caught up alone. Huh?
Yeah.
Amen.
Exactly.
What did he say? You are in a grace-based, you want to be in a grace-based covenant, or do you want to be in a performance-based contract? Come on. When he said that, he hit me in my throat.
Other than that, like, I'm just happy to be back home. I'm happy to see my baby. I ain't seen you in about 3 weeks.
It's almost 21 days.
Shit, it was so hard. Jesus.
I bet.
I would say, like, I think the hard part is when I was flying out and you was flying in. I'm like, damn.
The same. We couldn't even get, like, I regret, like, we couldn't even get a couple hours overlap.
It's like, damn, I still got another 9 more days so I see you.
Yep.
So that was hard. I don't know if I talked about the marathon that much in the last episode.
You probably didn't because you was tired.
Yeah. And also Scott was acting up too. So your boy is a marathoner. I can't remember if I talked about it. I did finish the marathon.
Hey.
Finished it somewhere around like 7.5 to 8 hours.
Come on.
And it was an interesting experience, right? My homegirl ran it and her friend ran it, and it was her best friend's first time running the marathon.
Yeah.
So, we all doing our own little thing. I said, well, I got this system that I'm doing, and I'm doing it. So my friend ran off first, and then her best friend ran off, and then I go. Mm-hmm. So I ended up passing her best friend around like mile 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Because she had a bathroom line.
Yeah.
And then we played like this leapfrog thing for about a couple miles until I eventually just zoomed past, right? Mm-hmm. I think around about mile 16 or 17, she ended up catching up with me.
Yeah.
And she just looks at me and was like, Niram, I'm finna quit.
Where was y'all located at?
It was probably about mile 17 because we haven't made it to mile 20 yet. So it was like mile 17. And during
I meant what borough, honey. That helped determine
Manhattan.
me a lot. Oh, yeah, I would quit too, honey, and go to Serendipity.
So we was in Manhattan, heading to the Bronx, and we was going up this. I forgot what street it was, but it was like it was uphill for like 3 miles. Mm-hmm. And she's like, Niram, can I run with you? Because I'm finna quit. And I'm like, you ain't finna quit?
Yeah, because I ain't about to quit.
Right. I'm finna quit. And so we having this whole conversation and shit. And so I was like, well, if you run with me, we got to do what I got to do.
Yeah.
So we get there. She's doing the damn thing. We get to the Bronx in mile 20. Somebody hands me some cake and some other stuff. And
what?
Yeah, some cake.
Do you know them?
No.
And you ate it?
Yes.
And we was worried about fragrance. Okay.
That cake was off the hook.
Where did she get it from? Or he?
I don't know. Shit.
Oh, well, she probably made and got cats.
Look.
That's my mom's biggest fear is to eat at people's house with cats. I'm like, Ma, I don't think the cat rolling the plot. She's like, I just don't know, baby. The cat be jumping on the counter.
So, they gave me some cake. I had some beer and everything else, and we kept going.
Beer?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Carbs, baby, carbs.
Oh.
You need all this shit.
Okay.
So that's when you're doing 26, right?
Okay.
So we get through the Bronx, and it was like hard because by then, it's daylight savings time, and it's dark as fuck. And they didn't pull up all the damn signs, so the races became a scavenger hunt for our ass trying to figure out where the hell we going.
Shut the hell up.
Yes, it has. And we over there asking the police, like, are we going the right way?
They don't know. Did they know?
Yeah.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't directing y'all. Did they see y'all had race bibs on?
It was so damn dark they couldn't tell. Until somebody was like, oh, shit, y'all with the marathon.
Yeah.
Go straight. And then around, I'll say mile 22, that's where her ass hit the wall.
Anybody.
Mm-hmm. She literally hit the wall, but that's like a saying that we say, like, when your ass just get tired as fuck and you really want to quit. So her ass wanted to quit, and I literally had to, like, link arms with her ass and, like, drag her. Mm-hmm. Like, you need to come on. And she's, like, about to start crying and shit. And I'm like, look.
She can cry. You can cry. You can release them tears.
You can yell. You can scream. You can do what the fuck you want, but you're going to be running while you do this shit.
Yeah.
And then we get into, like, Central Park, and, like, she's like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. And I'm like, you got, like, 3 miles left.
Yeah.
So I literally got behind her and pushed her for, like, 3 miles.
Yeah. What happened did she get any energy when she seen the finish line?
Yeah.
Don't shit change then. Mm-hmm. How did you feel when you reached that finish line?
Oh, man, I cried like a baby.
Ooh, that cancer energy, how'd it go? Mm-hmm. When did it take over you?
Man, it was one of the best cries I've had all year.
Because I called you. Where were you at when I called you?
I had just crossed the finish line. Like,
that's weird serendipity, right?
I crossed the finish line. I hugged my friend. She gave me my medal. And then I started crying, and then you called me. Like,
when you
literally.
See my number, what you said? Did you want to answer at first or no?
The thing is, I didn't see your number because I had my earpods in.
Yeah.
So I just answered the phone, like, hello, and it's you. Mm-hmm. And he was like, oh, I was just calling to see where you're at. I was like, shit, nigga, I didn't cross the finish line.
Mm-hmm. And then I was like, yay. And then I don't know what happened next.
It was just loud. People was taking pictures and everything else, and I was crying and shit. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. So that was interesting. That was fun.
Where did you feel like the tears came from? Where did you feel like the soul cleansing come from?
I think it was just a lot of things. Like, a lot of things that I went through these past couple of years with, training, running, and things of that sort. My running life, that it was just something just to be great to be back where I was when I first got back, started running.
Got you. Yeah. You feel like it refreshed you?
Yeah, definitely. Good. And then after that, I still had some more time, so I kicked it with my friend, and then I had to go out to Ohio, and I had a photo shoot. I had my debut photo shoot as a plus size model.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I shouldn't do this. You're a plus size model.
I'm a plus size model now. Okay. I need to put that on my Instagram.
Oh no, me and I forgot who I was with. We know what they call the plus size man. It's called King.
King.
Yeah.
That's what
King size.
King size models. Oh.
I think it was. I think I was with my mom, and we was shopping. I think it was in Lord and Taylor, and it was like regular and king size.
Oh.
My mom was like, "Tell Niram he a king."
Now I'm a candy bar.
Like, king size.
I'm king size.
Oh my goodness.
So I had my debut as a plus size or a king size model.
King size model.
And then your friends are like the feds as always. Niram, who that girl you in that bed with?
You like how they ask boldly, right?
Who that girl?
As they screenshot and everything.
Right. Screenshotting and sending it to you. Just in case you didn't know.
Naomi, did you see?
Did you see Niram in this bed with this woman?
Who's that? Who woman is this? Who's that? What's that? Color purple. Who woman is this? Harpo, who woman is this?
I said, oh, feds ass.
And what's your response?
And me. If y'all really think I'm gonna do some damn dirt, you think I'm gonna put it on Instagram?
We a lot of people in my crew have very little faith in niggas. And nothing surprises us.
That is not Nyambis.
Yeah, exactly.
Niram, who was that woman? Actually, bring, bring, bring. Nyambi, I'm not just gonna put you on mute. Niram, who is that woman? Oh, okay, I'm gonna let you go. Okay. Nyambi, when you ask them about that woman, we're gonna make sure it's the same
person. I got her Twitter handle too, or I got her Instagram handle too, just in case she want to jump ship. Everybody in on it.
Everybody in on it. Other than that, I think it's just great to To have those experiences, me running a marathon, me doing my king size modeling, and like trying to dibble and dabble in more of those things, and just like looking forward to like what 2019 has to offer. 2018 was definitely a rough year when it comes to like the fitness aspect, and like getting back on track with that. That I'm really excited about what 2019 has in store for me.
Greatness.
So
for all of us.
Yeah, all of us, right? So I already have like 3 marathons on my calendar. I'm sending some pictures out to a couple brands to see if I can do a couple projects with them. So I'm excited about that. But I think one of the other things, I was excited to be back home, like just to see you. Like when I got home, after I called my Uber, I just walked around the house.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just happy to be back.
Yeah.
And I just laid on the couch for a little bit.
I came home for lunch quickly because I was going to pick him up, but I had a lot of meetings I couldn't miss because y'all know my manager's going out of town. But I did just surprise you. I came home. I came home for lunch.
Yeah. Yeah, because you was like, well, there's food in the freezer. I see you when I get off work. And I was like,
Did that
okay.
make you sad a little? Yeah.
A little bit. I was like, oh, I ain't got no food for
Maybe
it,
if they didn't
nigga.
give me a promotion.
Said,
I'm busy. I can't.
sorry, Niram. You want food? It's in the freezer.
But I told him we did stuff that evening.
Yeah.
Don't let him fool you. Like that evening we went out. That Saturday we went like we celebrated.
Yeah.
We had a very outgoing weekend. We went out more than we normally go out. Like we enjoyed each other. We didn't tell him Niram I went to see a dog.
Yeah, you did.
What you gonna talk about him?
So Nyambi asked me to go see this damn dog.
'Cause I just have to get a rescue dog. I need a dog with a history like me.
So Nyambi wants a damn dog again, and I've been on the thing of, you already know what my non-negotiables are.
Yeah.
It either got to be young enough that we can house train it, crate train it, and whatever, or it already got to come that way. So we went to go see this dog. It was about 11 weeks old. They was like, it's a small crossbreed. I said, I don't know what the fuck that is.
And I said, and I didn't even think to ask. I was like, oh, he's multicultural. And
So-
Niram having side conversations with him. What did you find out the dog was?
A fucking German Shepherd mix. Because I was like, you say this is small crossbreed, but what do you think it is?
Niram,
like,
any estimates?
and like estimate on like how big this dog is gonna get.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, it's gonna be anywhere between like,
Did you say like 25 and 60 pounds?
yeah, like 25 and 60 pounds. I was like, I'm scratching my beard. Like, that's not
a really a range. That's
right.
a big range.
Can you give me something with a little bit more of a conference interval?
He said, did you like, what was his mama? Is that what you,
Yeah.
anybody know what his mama was? He's only 11 weeks.
Right.
Anybody know what his mama was?
Right. What was his mama? What was his dad? Like, give me one dog.
Give me one breed. A chihuahua? No, that's a lie.
And then we end up going online, and it's like, oh, it's a German Shepherd or something.
It was a German Shepherd mix. It was
Yeah.
a German Shepherd and some type of terrier mix. But terrier can be anything.
Right.
From a pit bull to...
From a pit bull to a Boston Terrier. You don't know.
But even if it got that German Shepherd, it's going to come with some weight.
Exactly.
A German Shepherd at least going to be 30, 40 pounds.
So
at minimum.
So we end up seeing
Like
another.
a small German Shepherd.
We end up seeing the guy. I was like, well, how big is this dog? He said,
Yeah,
I
I
don't
seen
know,
another German Shepherd.
25, 30 pounds.
And he was like 6 months.
Right.
And I said, how old is that little one in there?
He's like 11 weeks.
I said,
Oh,
dear.
shit. I said, babe, I don't know about this one. But now I'm going to take him near him. I don't know.
He was so sweet, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It was complete opposite of Desi. It's what love is supposed to be. With Debbie, we made a performance-based contract. I was ready to make it a covenant with the new dog. But he still wasn't for you, Niram. I think I'm really looking for a dog that's going to bond with you. He was for you, but he was more for me. How would you describe that interaction?
Yeah, because I was calling the dog name. The dog didn't even come to me. Me over here saying high-pitched noises and everything.
Yeah.
But as soon as you started clapping and shit and calling the damn dog name, dog came to her. She was like, oh, ain't this about a bitch? I said, don't you know I'm going to be the one that's going to be feeding and disciplining your ass? You fucking up.
And then he only barked once. But that made me nervous too, because when he barked, that's when he peed, honey. I just didn't know. I said, so is that your signal or what does that mean? So we had a fun-filled weekend though. We went to a few brunch spots, had some happy hour. It was really good.
Yeah, it was.
But I know, I'm sorry, I cut off you talking about your race, but overall thoughts or words of inspiration for those who are going on their own. And that's not have to be a marathon, but I'm heading on the whole 30. If y'all just heading on walking daily, it's a journey, y'all. We got to get our health in order. Health is wealth, as my boy Corey say.
The thing is this, and it's really not sexy, but the thing is this, it's all about consistency and persistency.
Come on.
Like being persistent and consistent every day in and day out, and making a plan and following it and being consistent with it. Yeah. And the days that you want to do it, that's when you got to be persistent anyway. Yeah. And do it anyway.
It's a word.
And I think that's what it comes down to. And like doing that shit afraid, right? Because like doing this marathon I was definitely afraid in some aspects of it. Just like, hey, it's New York City.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of close calls. Like we almost missed the bus, or quote unquote almost missed the bus. But it was just a lot of other fuck shit that happens with New York. Like I was recording this shit with my GoPro because I'm planning on doing the video, and the fucking police tried to take my damn GoPro away, talking about no selfie sticks allowed. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Excuse me, sir. Does that stick expand? No. Can I see it? No. So it was just interesting. It was just the thing is, I feel like you got to do New York City twice. For you gotta have like the butterflies and shit because you don't know what to really expect. Even when people tell you about it, you can do it. And then like the second time around, you can really like focus and hone in onto it because there was definitely some spots in there where the crowds were fucking amazing.
Yeah,
like it was one section where it's like nothing but bars or whatever. And like the people had got out the restaurants and like filled the streets, and it was like literally maybe like a 4 feet lane that all the runners had to go through, and it was just nothing but like runners like yelling your name, giving you high fives, giving you beers, and all types of shit like that. Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Well, good, Niram. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
So I think we done got y'all all up to date. So hopefully by Wednesday or Friday, our updates won't be as long. I do want to do a little bit of pillow talk, though. Is that okay, Niram?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Can we do a little election reflections?
Yeah, we go.
At first, I wasn't going to do no election reflections, but I had to talk about it because y'all see who done got sick. RBG done got sick.
Yeah, she didn't fail.
We got to put her on the stick and shut in. RBG, you cannot lead a Supreme Court.
No.
I'm all about self-care, but sis, you have to take one for the team. And I know you've been taking one for the team for the last 60 years. I don't care if RBG is on life support. She cannot lead that Supreme Court right now.
No.
This is serious. Could you imagine if something happened to her, she wanted to retire, and Trump get 3 Supreme Court justices? How is that not in the fucking Constitution or against the goddamn law? For a standing president with 1 term, I could see maybe a 2-term president. Obama was in there for 2 terms, and he was scared to put somebody in there for another one. And you telling me he about to get 3? He barely can... I'm not doing this.
It's crazy.
So I'm like, oh, we got to be on it. I appreciate everybody who voted. Niggas, get ready. Some of y'all states got these recounts going. You're not done voting. 2020 gonna be here before we fucking know it. So stay in the energy of voting. We're gonna have to have an episode once a month, every 8 weeks, just to remind you niggas.
And white women's trash as always.
They still, they won a little bit for us, but they still, y'all still is on the hit list, honey. Y'all still on the watch list. Some of y'all still fucking up. Because although a lot of women was nominated in, it was a lot of white women ass Republicans that I got my fucking eye on, you bitches.
Yeah.
Okay, just because you a woman. All skin folk ain't kin folk.
Sure right.
So don't get that shit confused. All right? But I don't know. You want to process some of this stuff? So I think I was most sick about the Abrams, Gillum, and Beto. Like Beto, everybody. Yeah. Beto. I call him Beto. Honey.
Yeah, I think all that.
Everybody was sick about that.
I think like everything we voted for in California, we kind of got. I
don't think it was no disappointments in California.
The only thing is this whole daylight savings time.
Oh my! I wasn't even gonna vote on it. I was like, is there an abstain? I probably should have just said no because I really haven't took the time. Yeah, we were voting on daylight saving time. I don't understand. It's too much going on for us to fuss about this. So they wanted to take it away. Is that what
they want to abolish daylight savings time in California. So we'll just have like a standard time.
It's always this time. So it'll be California time.
Yeah. So it's going to get confusing if they go with it, because I think that now the next step is to.
Oh, did it pass?
Yeah, it passed.
Oh shit! I think everybody didn't mean that to happen.
So it
That's
passed,
like the Donald Trump.
but it has to go through like another like vote somewhere else. Like I think it gotta go to like the Supreme Court or something like that, or like the state or the Senate.
I can't lie.
That.
I passively voted for that.
I'm actually okay with that because I really don't think daylight savings time should even be a thing.
I don't have a strong opinion. Why do you have a strong opinion?
Because I feel like the number of lost productivity hours that comes when daylight savings time happens.
I guess in California too, right? It makes more sense in colder states.
Yeah,
but yeah. Mm-hmm.
But like this whole fallback, spring forward, and you spend a lot of time, like days, weeks, even months, like trying to get used to it.
Yeah.
And then once you get used to it, it fucking changes again. Yeah. Like, why does the change? I don't know why we do the shit anyway. Oh. They talked about like
way back.
No, they talked about like cattle and all types of other bullshit and saving energy and bullshit like that. Hell, your ass ain't got no LED light bulbs and shit now.
The cows and pigs was doing pretty damn good before.
Exactly. Shit, what the hell was they doing was just cowboys and Native Americans?
Oh.
Shit. So, I feel like, yeah. And they should go ahead and push that shit forward again.
Yeah.
So it ain't dark at 4 p.m. and just leave it that way forever.
Okay.
And yeah, we just had to get used to different time zones when your ass go to Washington State or Portland and shit or Nevada because we all in the same time zone.
Oh my God. I was passively with that one.
Mm-hmm. I
didn't know what's really happening. But everything else I think we got wins in California for.
Yeah.
Actually, Loki, what's her name? Diane? Our senator?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know if I wanted her back in there.
Yeah.
She got a very slim vote from me. By the skin of her teeth she was in.
Mm-hmm.
So she the only one I kind of got my eye on. That I'm going to need her to show improve.
Is that the one that was like giving those blah ass answers when it was like the Kavanaugh hearings?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I actually, honestly, I think I voted for the other person.
I did.
But it wasn't one of those things because California's a state where like a Democrat can be the final.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot what it's called. It's not a two-party opposing system. It's whoever have the most.
Whoever got the most votes.
Yeah, the most voice. So it was between two Democrats, right? Like I'm not hating that she won, but I got my eye on her.
Yeah, and
I'm gonna need her to really show up and show out as a senator, especially since the Republican took the Senate, which don't surprise me.
Yeah.
But yeah, why the Republicans took the Senate and they took the majority of the governorships? What's that saying, right?
I don't know.
That's saying something, especially the governorships. What is that saying?
I don't know what they're saying, but it's definitely gearing up for 2020, right? Because they the ones that have the power with these electoral votes, right?
Yeah, with the governors. You're right. So it depends on your state. Your governor can draw up the different districts, and they can adjust how much votes count, right? And they can start doing gerrymandering type shit.
Yeah,
that's true. But that did take me a little off guard. I said, well, it's all these House representatives, right? That's a win, right? And we shouldn't be passed over that. We won the House. But, like, how was it such a huge dichotomy?
Right.
Right? Between the House and the Senate and the governors,
yeah.
Right? Like, something about that was like...
Yeah, so we just have to lean on the House.
White gone white, right?
We have to lean on the House.
I mean, but the House has the power to do a lot of subpoenas, right? I mean, if anything, they got the power to make people's lives miserable and make shit take a long time.
Right.
So, I just hope they go in there and show their ass truly and show out. Shout out to all the women and especially the black women who made history. Y'all did that. I think it's the first Muslim woman. Like it's so much openly gay. All of that. Like shout out. Like it was absolutely wins. I don't want us to sit there and pretend like this night was not a win. But we also got other work we got to do.
Right.
2020 ain't gonna get here fucking soon enough, and we're gonna have to be out there in it with even more fury. Are they doing any recounts? I know for Texas there now. How did fucking Ted Cruz win? What the hell is going on with you niggas in Texas? Sorry, I done got back mad. I knew Ted Cruz ass was out of there. I'd have lost money on that. The rest of them, okay, yeah, I had high hopes, right? But,
but
Texas?
Ted Cruz?
And then I seen Beyonce come out with that hat. Look, now Beyonce done did Bernie. You did it too late. We needed everybody supporting him a long time ago. Why y'all wait to the 11th hour,
right,
to support this man? But I thought he had it.
I thought so too. But shit, Ted Cruz is such a fucking weakling, man. Because Donald Trump was dissing his ass, dissing his wife and shit, telling his ass need to go back to Mexico.
Shit, that's what I said. I don't even know. I think Ted Cruz from racist ass Texas. This it's just that. Now that blew my mind. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what the fuck is going on in Texas, and to put a bad taste in my mouth because I was interested in like a Houston or Austin move to, but no, y'all niggas in Texas got things y'all need to handle, and I can't be a part of that. But for Abrams and Gillum, are they doing a recount? Where I know at least is Abrams gonna sue the fuck out of somebody? I know Sis has lawsuits lined up, so I'm not sure if she's just suing the fuck out of the state, or is they doing a recount?
Maybe both.
Or like a whole new special election. I haven't researched it this weekend yet. Y'all keep us up to date. But my question to y'all, who the hell is running for 2020? I know they was talking about this Gillum. They was trying to create a Broad Point 2.0, but he got to win first.
Yeah, he do.
2020, Democrats. Who we got? Because Republicans, because Mr. Drown, President 45 Cheeto done raised $100 fucking million. And it ain't even 2019 yet.
Exactly.
And he done raised $100 million lion ass dollars. Who the fuck is giving him this money?
You already know his homeboy. Shit.
What Pat Tito made with the devil, honey? What in the Sabrina Teenage Witch, Satan Covenant, American Horror Story cult? He done made a pack with $100 million.
$100 million.
In spite of the trash.
In spite of all that bullshit.
Grace and mercy. So who is it, Niram? Who?
I don't know. But I know one thing. Y'all niggas gonna fuck around. His ass gonna be a 2-term president in this bitch.
Oh my God. Don't do that, Niram. I know who it can't be.
Who?
Bernie. You know who it can't be, and I know y'all want it to be?
Who?
Biden. If Biden get 2 terms, he'll be in his 80s.
So
you see what RBG just going through?
What's wrong with that?
You see what happened to RBG? She just fell down the stairs and broke 4 ribs. That's the problem.
Hell, Donald Trump ain't 75. How old is he?
75 and 82 are very different.
Look.
And he's protected by all the processed food. It's like having a reverse range. It's like protecting them. It's like them people down south who just like smoke and eat bacon every day and live to 103. Yeah. I think Donald Trump's on that bagging. He's like, I've been eating Cheetos every day of my life, and I've been the healthiest I can be. So I don't know. 2020. We looking at what's his name? Brooker.
Cory Booker.
Yeah. What's the other one that used to be the black guy?
Who?
Well, used to be with Obama.
I don't know.
You know who I'm talking about. I just lost his name. Eric Holder.
Oh.
Who is it?
Oh, you think Eric Holder gonna run?
I think he'll be a good one. Shit. And now y'all be claiming I vote for him. He definitely seems like a no-nonsense type of nigga. I don't think he ain't gonna get in there and be like, no, I don't think he's charismatic as Barack Obama, but I think he can do it. Absolutely, I think he can be president.
Mm-hmm. Hell, this ass been chilling. You ain't even heard shit from him.
But hopefully he raising money.
I hope so. Shit. He'll be making all types
And the
of
thing is, I don't even know if I want Obama to endorse him, because the last niggas Obama's been endorsing been losing. Let Donald Trump put his name on. They win. I said, God damn. Why everybody Obama endorsed lose? Who the last person Obama endorsed won?
I don't know.
I ain't even heard him endorse Michelle, but that's why it's about to be a New York bestseller. Maybe we need Michelle to endorse him. Right. Because she said, don't even look at her.
She said, I just want to be a regular human being.
She said, I'm going to be a regular degular girl.
Let me write these books and go on my speaking tour.
And look gorgeous. Jesus, she's aging gracefully.
You think Barack gonna be at the speaking tour?
Yeah, not all of them, but he gonna be somewhere. He gonna make an appearance somewhere. He probably definitely gonna be in Chicago, and maybe somewhere else, maybe DC or something.
You think he gonna come up on the PJ?
What?
Private jet, baby. PJ.
Oh, I'm poor. I know what it is. We supposed to be talking about who running for 2020.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Eric would be nice.
Kamala, you think she gonna run?
She can run.
A black woman say today.
I mean, ideally, but they couldn't even have a white woman up there.
I know.
I mean, I would vote for it, right? The thing is, I hate to say this, I feel like we need someone as messy and as dirty as Trump. I don't know no Democrats to do it except Uncle Joe. Mm-hmm. No offense, no shade, Uncle Joe, but he got a history too, honey. Mm-hmm. You know, I ain't forget this shit. Just like Bernie got a history in that shit too. Bernie always talking about he ran with MLK. He also don't mention he signed that jail bill with Clinton, nigga. Mm-hmm. Everybody got a history. Biden got a nice history too. What's her name? Anita Hill. His ass was there. We forgave him, I guess.
Ooh, the original Me Too.
I ain't forget that shit. Don't think I didn't forget it. So, you know, I just see Uncle Joe as the only one that's able to get snappy with this white man.
That's a bunch of malarkey.
Like, I see him I see him getting to the point Donald Trump pissing him off. He's like, he's going to be cussing. Like, this is what these elections are going to be. It's going to be like, what was it, the Mexican president who was like cussing people out?
Yeah.
So I hate to be like, you know, I know Michelle told us when they go low, we go high, but we might have to get a little low. We might have to show them a little Boogie Down Bronx. We might have to show them a little. We might have to show them a little something. What do you think? You think Uncle Joe? You don't think he's too old? I think him and Bernie is old. And I know my ageism is showing, but I think they're way too fucking old.
No,
and I don't know if Hillary should go up there for a third time, because if she go up there for a third time, she loses again. She's gonna set the whole fucking country on fire.
Yeah.
I don't even want to do that for her own mental health. She's gonna go ticky ticky boom boom if she has to go up there a third time and lose. And I don't know if I blame her. I don't know if I blame her. I don't. Like, she should just flip the podium. Like, you know how you do a concession speech?
Fuck all this shit.
She just should come out with a bottle of Hennessy and, like, crack the bottle of Hennessy over the thing and throw it. And I don't know if I blame her. This is me. Heal, sis. Get Von Zant.
Oh, my God.
Heal, sis. Heal. Let it out. You deserve it. They did steal it from you. Trump did. This is me. He did steal it. He stole it from you. But I don't know, because it's more entertainment now, right?
Yeah.
Other than Uncle Joe, who you think get with him? Maybe a young one? Somebody super young and
I don't know. That's what I said.
Gorgeous, right? He's going to have to just beat them in all areas, right? He's going to be young, gorgeous, smart. Like, who is this motherfucker they creating?
Other than Corey and Kamala, I don't know no white folk that's going to go up there.
And get with, except Joe? I believe Joe Biden would absolutely go there and get in his ass. And without blinking. And call him a cupcake. And call him out for grabbing pussies. And say pussy in the sentence. Like,
yeah.
Uncle Joe, don't say pussy. Thank you. It's called vaginas.
I can see him do it.
Me too. But I don't know anybody else.
No. And that's the thing, right? Like, the whole Democratic Party is looking weak right now.
Yeah.
We're looking weak as fuck.
Yeah.
That's why I'm an independent.
Don't you do. That's how we got here in the first place, you independent ass voters. But we'll see. I guess we got. But honestly, if they're running for 2020, they need to be coming out in the next 4 to 5 months.
Exactly.
So.
Shit, Donald Trump already got commercials out and shit.
100 million. All right. Well, y'all let us know who y'all think running for 2020. Who do I need to start vetting? Right. And the thing is, I understand folks got history. Donald Trump was the president. What the fuck? I don't know if anybody can be worse.
Exactly. A pussy grabbing Nazi.
Oh my God, Niram. You sound like one of them Democratic commercials. So it don't even really matter what the other person's been through, right? Like, bring them forward. Bring them forward and let's see what we can do.
All right. Is there one? Would you come?
Please. Last thing I want to talk about before we close out, y'all. We went to the movies, and you know it was a good ass movie. Niram may want to see it with me. We actually still got to go see Nobody's Fool and all that stuff, and we was gonna see Bohemian Rhapsody because we will rock you, of course, that bang. But I low-key went to see A Star Is Born because y'all know I'm a sucker for an old movie, and I like the one of the original ones with Barbra Streisand. And I wasn't going to go by myself. I knew I was gone, but I was so busy at work, I didn't get a chance to. And he was like, all right, let's go to the movies. And I brought up I wanted to see it. And originally when we was on the phone, Niram was like, I'm not interested. And I was like, cool. Because we both have, what we do, like once a month, we'll put our hat like, I'm not seeing the movie. Like, certain movies Niram bring to me, I'm like, I'm not. Like, I can't. Right? Like, go see that without me. All set. And this was his. So I was like, no, you said you didn't want to see it. And Niram was being sweet. And so we went to go see it. Let me tell y'all, this movie is the shit. I don't give a fuck what you niggas say. You can try to take my black card. You can't fucking have it. It never expires. This movie is a fucking classic.
Did she say it never expires?
It never expires. You know, niggas be trying to win it expire. It don't come up for it don't come up for what's it called? When you got to redo it like
renewal.
A license. It don't come up for renewal, niggas. It ain't going nowhere. I'm going to let you know right now, Star Is Born is the shit. So it's about to go out of theaters. What I recommend is y'all getting it for the holidays. This is a good movie to watch when everybody done eating for Christmas and everybody just laid up on the couch. And even the kids be there, Nana be there, and even your uncles be there. This movie they even peek in and watch. When I tell you Gaga and Bradley Cooper did that, and when I tell you that, first of all, I know Lady Gaga can sing, right? I know Lady Gaga can sing her face off. Come on, Bradley. Sing for the girls, Bradley Cooper.
I did not know Bradley ass can sing like that.
Bradley Cooper act like he auditioning for America's Idol. I said, in low key, high key. First of all, what genre of music was it?
Country? I don't know.
No, that country was banging. I don't care what nobody say because I think the first thing, Brad, come on, strumming that guitar. I whispered in there, I said, that shit banged on it. He was playing the hell out of that. You could not tell me he did not have Jimi Hendrix, blues, Muddy Waters inspiration on that. The way that he had that guitar and bass humming, screaming, like that's the thing. It wasn't playing. The guitar was talking. I said, wait, white people be playing like, I said, what is the groups that play like this?
What was the guitar saying to you, baby?
Ding, 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 ding. It was hollering.
Oh.
It was screaming. Niram's trying me. But it was good as hell. And can we talk about this acting? Come on, Lady Gaga.
Yeah, she has some good ass acting.
And can we talk about Bradley Cooper? Bradley Cooper sounded like a drunk. We ain't gonna give y'all the plot line of A Star Is Born, but it's a good love story. It's gonna be sad. And it deals with love, sex, rock and roll, drunk, passion, fame, all of that. But can we talk about how Bradley Cooper got the drunk accent down? When he talked, it looked like he smelt of Miller Lite
and Jim Beam.
And his skin looked like he was drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Like he looked like, if you smelt him, he smelled like leather and Jim Beam.
That's that good makeup and shit.
What do you think about his accent though? Did he sound drunk, or is that just my preconceived
No,
notions?
he definitely had that drunk slur.
He was like, I couldn't even get it out. Like, how was he talking?
I mean, grab him by the pussy.
What, like, he was drunk. And when I tell you that they was playing, and they had some good scenes in there, right? And like I said, it was a cute love story, right? And it was like, how do you love through alcoholism, mental health, fame? Or, they focused on fame, right? Because they both can see. But it's almost this idea of success, right? So how do you navigate in a relationship when one partner's super successful and you kind of played the backup, and then all of a sudden the roles reverse? And how does that play on it?
Yeah.
Right? And I thought that was super interesting. What you thought about that, Niram?
I definitely thought the movie was it was definitely a good movie. When I was looking around, because I'm an emotionalist, I was looking around and everybody was crying and shit, and I was like, damn.
It was good. It will make you cry. It will make you, like, some of the parts, she was like, damn.
And this black woman next to me was crying like boohoo tears.
Was she?
And I was like, you all right? So she's like, it's so moving.
It's so moving. Something also that I want to talk about is that I think Gaga and Bradley did this. And I was telling Niram, like, I asked him, like, how does this show up in our relationship? I guess it shows up different. But they had this, like, fire, white, hot passion for each other. And when I mean white, I don't mean privilege. I mean, like, hot is the flame white, like blue flame, stuff like that. Like, that they were just mesmerized by each other.
Yeah.
Or they was just so in love because he was on his Ike Turner here because he's a drunk, right? And they had the iconic Ike and Tina Turner scene. I remember when Ike and Tina was recording and they was in that glass booth and Tina was singing and he was like, you ain't singing right. You ain't singing right. And then she's like, oh, Ike, don't worry about it. I'm about to give me a drink. And he like choked her by the fucking neck. And the music was like, "Rrr," and everybody got up from the party and left. That happened to them, but it involved a donut.
Uh-oh.
Y'all just fill in the blanks with there. And everybody like, why they leaving? Why are y'all leaving? Bitch, because he's choking you. And if he's going to choke you, the woman he loved.
Right. He coming after me next.
He going to kill me then. So, but even like the way like they navigated through that scene, right? And domestic violence, I'm not going down that right at all, right? But just the passion like they had, like how that even kind of flipped to like more of a love scene. Like, I don't know. She's still seeing the humanity in him, right? Because he was drunk. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's a strength of mine. And that's why I asked Niram, do I not show you, what was it? Is it blue or white? Which flame is hotter? Blue?
White.
Oh, do I give you white hot passion all the time?
No, because you look at me and say, nigga, nah, I ain't doing that shit.
Which,
I wish you would put some damn cake on me.
In front of everybody. And then I'm mad at the friends who gonna leave me to get my ass whooped.
Niram, don't you fucking embarrass me. I'll embarrass your ass right back, nigga. I'm calling your mama.
Everyone's gonna be embarrassed when I'm done.
I'm calling your mama and your niece.
I'm calling everyone to let them know what type of nigga you is. So, but does that bother you? Like, is that something we should work on in 2019? Right? Like this idea, like, of course, I think we have intimacy when we're attracted to each other, but it's something, y'all know when you see it. And you know when you see people like that. And honestly, it don't always end well because it's so much, so fast, so quick. But it is something to that where they're like, when people be like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all niggas? Right? To be so attached and immersed in another person.
Yeah. I think it's interesting to be so far up somebody's ass that, you
don't smell shit no more.
Yeah.
The shit gone.
Don't even smell it.
And that's really what it was, right? To be, or maybe that's just not positive, right? Maybe that's just not an emotionally mature thing to be in for long periods of time. Maybe that's what I'm talking about. Long periods of time, I don't think that's sustainable, but it should be moments of that, right? And how do you make sure you get back to that white hot passion and have moments of that nature? So maybe that's where I was more triggered around. So I was like, let me ask Niram, do he be having white hot passion for me?
I do, baby. And he look at me crazy. Nigga, sit your ass down somewhere. So.
But you have any other closing thoughts about A Star Is Born? I recommend y'all go see that shit.
Yeah, I would say go see it. It was a good movie.
It was, and they sing, the soundtrack low key was good. Gaga came with strong vocals, Bradley strong vocals, good tears, good storyline. And the thing is, when it ended, like it could be a part 2. Like I'm like, what's gonna happen now?
Yeah.
It was good. It was heart wrenching, and it was good to end like not on a fantasy fairy tale note.
No,
I think it ended on a very realistic note.
Yeah, for all y'all niggas out there who like to cry at movies,
That is a cry. If you looking to get a tear out, go.
This would be that soul cleansing movie y'all looking for.
Yeah, because y'all know sometimes you just, actually that's why I was going. I was ready to go into movies. Our movies served drinks. I was going to get a splash with an extra shot in it, give me some popcorn. I was going to sit in the back of that movie theater and I was going to cry and cry and cry. I almost started to cry, but like my eyes were stinging. I think I was too triggered because Niram was there. But I think if like Niram wasn't there, like
I
because
thought you
it's
was
like,
triggered by the old white ladies who took our seat.
Oh, we got to talk about that too. But I think I wasn't as triggered because I'm like, oh well, Niram here, and thank goodness he ain't got alcoholism and the mental health issues he get them taken care of. I hope, Lord, and you know it was just better, right? Compared to like if you longing for somebody. Did I get shady?
Yeah, you did.
And compared to if you longing for someone, right? Where I think it's a little bit more. So I think I came from a place of gratitude and appreciation. Say, thank you, Lord. Could have been me, but your grace and your mercy is renewed. So that's it. All right. Before we close out, Niram, go ahead and tell the story. Niram was being evil, and I'm all about my walk with the Lord and giving in charity in my time. I'm about grace and mercy, and I had grace and mercy.
How about you tell it from your point of view?
So we went in the theater. In the theater, we have to reserve seats, and I'm like, oh, okay. We went in, and I'm like, Niram, what's our seats? And he's like, oh, it's D, da, 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 da. And I'm like, that whole row full. And the only reason we didn't go directly to the people is because it's like a new app we tried. And I was like, maybe the app like oversold it. You know what I'm saying? Like and the movie was starting, right? So I was like, well, let's just go talk to the concessions people to see like if this is a bug or, you know what I'm saying? Before we like, because once you sit down, people can't find their ticket and shit, right? Let me just make sure this is my seat. So we went back out there. I was like, oh, no, that's your seat. Someone's probably in it. Like, I'll go help you. And Niram and the young guy went in there and it was these white women. It was a middle-aged white woman, probably in her 50s. Actually, I couldn't tell with the other woman. But the other woman turned out to be an old lady in her 80s. And I didn't realize she was in her 80s till I see it took her 20 minutes to get up. And he was like, yeah, this ain't your seat. And she's like, oh, yeah, okay, we'll move. And she got up quick. And she's like, come on, Mom. And the old lady couldn't move, y'all. She like couldn't get the seat down. Meanwhile, we like minutes from the movie starting. We're in the middle of previews. So she trying to get it down, her water dropping, and then the seat down. And the seat's fluffy, and it's so fluffy you can't get up. So this her. I'm trying. You can't see me. How I do it when you're trying to. I said, that's okay. Where y'all sitting? And it was seats in front. I thought we were sitting there. They sitting in the front row. I said, you know what? We'll take the seats. Y'all have a seat. Y'all just stay there. And Niram was like, what the fuck? I said, that woman about to die.
I don't care.
That old lady about to die. They was wrong for that.
But the thing is, if it was the other way, we would have police called on our ass, guns drawn, and all types of other bullshit.
And I think they realized, she's like, thank you so much, thank you so much. And Niram, that's what you just said. Like, keep in mind, play it forward, right? Like, Niram wanted to be like, if it was the other way around, we took your seats, we wouldn't have been this friendly, right? But grace and mercy, we able-bodied.
See, and that's that grudge in me because I'm like, fuck them old ass white peoples. Get the fuck up out my seat. I paid for this shit and I reserved it. Ain't nobody yet told your old ass to come up in this bitch and come up here in last minute and buy a fucking ticket thinking your ass gonna get in the back. Fuck no.
Yeah.
You my damn seat.
So Niram, he was pouty about it till we got sat down. He was pouty about at least for 30 minutes throughout the movie.
Because now I be asked like, well, we should just go. I'm ready to go.
Yeah. Because it was like, you're not used to something and it's like uncomfortable when we're in the front row. But thank goodness it wasn't a huge theater. So when we pulled our seats back, it wasn't horrible. Right. I mean, long term, I'm glad we did it. But it was I'm on my walk of being very generous with my time, my patience, and my energy. So I seen how it was moving. I said, Lord.
And I'm on my walk for giving these white folks the fucking business.
And then when I said, you know what, Niram, we'll switch seats with y'all. Niram looked at me like I said, white people are not racist. That's how he looked at it. He was like, what? I said, where are y'all sitting? We'll sit in your seats. You don't have to get up. It looks like you're having trouble. Thank you. Niram was pissed at me.
Yes.
I think the usher was surprised. I said it too.
Yeah.
Was everyone surprised?
Giving these white people,
Because
these
the
white
usher
women,
was a person of color too. They was like,
giving these white women this damn.
if they
sympathy.
weren't, if the first one was fine, but if that white lady, she was old. She was RBG old. Like meaning, I was scared that if she's gonna get up, walk down them stairs, she was gonna break some ribs too.
I don't care. I know she just said nigga in her lifetime. This is payback.
I'm sure she has. I'm sure she have. Grace, mercy, walk, forgiveness. Niram, close us out. Close us out, Niram.
As always, to submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email at blacklovematters@gmail.com. That's black with no K. To leave a comment about anything that we talked about, we got that SoundCloud. We also got that website. That's Black Love Matters. That's black with no K. blacklovematters.com. And we'll talk to y'all later. As always, love is ever evolving.
Peace.
Peace.
You trying it. Bye, y'all.
And white folks took my damn seat.
Come on. Forgive.
I ain't forgiving shit.